Okay, so I've got my big beautiful box of very messy pine cones here. I've got my gloves on because if this sap gets on your hands, it's a nightmare to get it off of your nail polish and everything else. But now, of course, these pine cones have picked up, all kinds of little pine needles and who knows what else. So I've got my garbage can right here, and I am slowly going to start picking off all of the junk, and then I will be throwing it into the sink over here, into a solution for a couple of hours, and I'll give you all that information as well. But the whole idea now, first step, and you can see, is to get all that white is pine sap. And it really is a sticky mess. It smells great, but we're going to get them all cleaned up and then let them sit a couple hours, and then we will do the next phase. I got some that were massive. The bottom here, some were huge. And then look at the difference in some of these sizes. Unbelievable. What I might have to do is actually just twist that if it's just too big for a wreath, but they are beautiful pine cones. Haven't had a bumper crop like this in a long time. So stay tuned. Okay, I just wanted to show you, I didn't even put them all in, but I did clean it up, and they're all soaking. And this is to get out any little bugs or critters that might be in there, basically clean them up. You can see the water dirty. And interestingly enough, they are all closing up tight. But so the next step is to rinse them off. And I'm going to dry them up, lay them on paper towels, and then they go into the oven. Interesting. So stay tuned for the next step. Okay, let's see. Oven is cooling down. It's a little longer than I thought, but look at this. Oh my goodness, they weren't really opening before. Pine cones, fresh out of the oven. Oh my goodness, they're probably a little too hot to handle, but I'm thrilled. And look how the sap has just kind of become a glistening, well, it's going to look very pretty. Okay, we'll take them out now. Let them cool down. They are now bug-free, pretty much sap-free. The house smells like Christmas. I even had to open up the windows. There's such a strong smell. Alrighty, let those cool down. And then next will be glitter and snow. Stay tuned. So here are these gorgeous, gorgeous pine cones. I have a whole bag full, and they are just so perfect. They've all opened up so pretty, all nice and clean and dirt and bug-free. So ready to go on a wreath. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to just do some glitter on these right now, see what they look like. But prior to doing that, I have got to pick them because once they're all glittered, and of course, anytime I do put cones in wreaths, I do pick them because you don't want just sticking them in, they won't stay. So in any event, I just thought I would show you. This is just a regular wooden florist pick, and it has a wire on it. And got my pine cone here. And all I do is just lay the stick right about here, just to give it a little, and then I take the wire and I start to wrap it around, and I make sure that I am catching a couple of those little petals, or at least one or two of those little petals, and then I continue to wrap the wire. Not sure if you can see, but I'm just continuing to wrap the wire around the stick. And then I can even twist it a little more to make it tighter and tighter and tighter. And then, there we go. We're all set. We have a picked. Sometimes it stands up straight, sometimes it doesn't, but either way, it's all set to go into a wreath. So I wanted to do that first before we actually glitter a couple of these. So I'm just going to try a couple now. I'm going outside because of the spray glue, which I do not want to do here in the house. Okay, so I brought my spray and everything outside. I just grabbed 3 of them. I just picked 3 of these pine cones, and I'm going to give it a whirl. See how it looks. Okay. All right, so we're going to just do a little light spray on these. Just like that. We don't want globs of spray. Okay. Okay, good. All righty. And then I'm going to do this and catch the glitter. I'm just going to give it a little shake. Get all this pretty glitter all over. Ooh, it's pretty. Pretty. I bought diamond glitter, which picks up some of the colors, the blues and the greens. Very pretty, like a crystal. Okay. A little shake. Look at how pretty that is. Wow. Love it. Love it, love it. Very, very pretty. Okay, so now what I'll do is going to stick this right in here and just let it dry. Give it a 24 hours or so. And I think I'm going to change this and try to pour it on a little heavier. So this one's called diamond glitter. I bought one that did not reflect the colors as well, but I think I like that. Picking up some of the colors. All right, we'll do one more. A little spritz. Put the glue. I should wear gloves so I'm not spritzing the tips of my fingers. Okay. Nice. Okay. And just gonna pour this over. Oh, that's easier. Ooh, look how pretty. So get there. I'm gonna get the tops. I'm gonna smell that glitter. Ooh, I smell that glue. Woo. Okay, give it a little shake. Oh yeah, look how pretty. Beautiful. That's pretty. Okay, then we're going to let that one dry as well. And I will do one more. And then getting starting to get dark. So I think tomorrow I might try the other glitter instead. But I do really like that. So 2 down. And then I'm going to do some with some snow. And we'll see how that looks. Okay, so today I am actually going to do the snow flocking. These have been drying. This is yesterday's glitter, and they are dry as could be. They are a little tacky if you don't let them go for a full 24 hours, but they are ready to be used. And you know, even when you hit them, maybe a couple little flakes come off of the glitter, but Otherwise, it stays put, and I can give them a little bit of a spray, which I might with a matte clear polyurethane, just to be certain. So that was with the glitter, but today we're going to snow flock these just like you could snow flock a tree. And this is what I use. It's actually called Snow Flock. It's a brand, but it's a very popular brand, and some people actually use it to flock an entire tree. Of course, you wouldn't have a little bag like that. It'd be a big bag. Okay, so I have put 3 of our prepped and baked, ready to go. They're very pretty, just like this, and I do plan on leaving many of them just natural, but I'm going to flock these right now. And the way we do that, very simple. We wet it with some spray water. That's the first step. Nice, good wet with water. It's down in here too. Wet, wet, wet. Okay. And then I will pour some of the flocking into here. Of course, it's going to come right through right away, but just like flour might. And I'm going to just let it snow all over. Lots of snow. Snow, snow, snow everywhere. Of course, it's a little windy out here, but we're getting the snow effect nonetheless. And then we're going to give it another spritz of water, because this does have an adhesive in it, and it will adhere. Again, needs to dry. So here we are. We've got our snow pine cone. And I'm going to just put it over here to dry. On top of my oh, I like that. See? That's nice. And we just give it a nice light spritz and spritz, and that's it. And we've got a snow flocked pine cone. So that will dry for about 24 hours as well. I'm going to hit this one with a little extra. Might have put a little too much water on it. We'll do it again. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And you can hear my husband, who is singing to my grandson in the background, who is 2 months old. Okay, here we are. Okay, oh, I like that. That's better. And then one spritz, 2 spritzes, that's it. I'm gonna let that one dry. Okay, so we've got glitter, we've got snow, and that is how you get your pine cones ready for wreaths and centerpieces. And I will do many more during the season. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on picking your pine cones off the ground to putting them into a wreath or centerpiece, or just a big bowl with a few ornaments. Happy holidays.